So, Jackie, how long have you been with the Carpenters Union?
I've been with it for about 20 years, but my name's not Jackie. Everybody gets that wrong. It's Jaqui.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Um, where are you from? That's an interesting name.
Well, my mom saw it in a romance novel one time, and it stuck with me. I live in the suburbs. I've lived in small towns all my life, so I've always gotten made fun of.
Oh, okay. What kind of job are you currently working on?
Oh, I work at a super target doing refrigeration units.
Okay. How long have you worked for that company?
Almost 35 years.
Okay, that's great. So, Jaquee, here's a copy of the letter that you received from the Carpenters Union, and as it explains, my job is to bring by your benefits and explain your options. So, after I'm done answering all of your questions about the options and help you get enrolled in benefits that you might qualify for, your union would like your feedback on this officer report form. Is that fair?
Sounds good.
Okay. So let me ask you, Jaquee, is this the first time that you've heard about your benefits through your union?
Yeah, it actually is.
Okay. The reason that I ask is that every few years they have a new enrollment to update your benefits and information. Do you get very involved with the Carpenters Union?
Not at all.
Do you go to the meetings?
Nah.
But you do read the newsletters, though, don't you?
No, I just pay the dues.
Oh. Okay. Since you haven't been that involved lately, right, Jaquee? I'll back up a second and kind of fill you in on what's been going on. They have us out here for three reasons. One is to inform you of the food banks. Two is to deliver your accidental death and dismemberment benefit and no other cost programs. And then three is to help you enroll in benefits that you may qualify for. Okay.
Okay.
So they have me play you a video that's going to better explain the company and why I'm here. So Jaquee, do you have any kids?
I have one.
Okay. All right. So I'm sure that you can see why the Carpenters Union works with American Income, right?
Definitely.
So the first benefit that they have set up for you is a no-cost accidental death and dismemberment policy, and this video is going to explain better how that works.
We see the headline.
Okay. Let's get your card filled out here. So the nice thing about these is they're non-contributory and non-participating, meaning that it's taken care of between the Carpenters Union and our company. So all I need to do is verify your date of birth.
7/21/63.
Okay. So I'm going to just have you fill out this bottom part, this top portion. I'm going to stick in your folder so it's there with you, okay?
Thank
just
you.
sign down there. And the bottom part's like a receipt. It goes back to our company. So just stick that in your folder. The rest of the video is going to explain, since you're a member in good standing, what they're allowing you to do is extend some of the same benefits to other members of your family and close friends at no cost. So the rest of the video is going to show about that. Okay, so what most of the members are doing is sponsoring their brothers, sisters, or adult children. Who would you like to sponsor first?
My brother,
Brother. And what's his name?
Sean.
Okay. Last name?
Stem.
Sim. And what city does he live in?
Burnsville.
Okay. Do you by chance happen to know their address?
No, I just know how to get there.
Okay. That's how I am. Phone number to reach him at?
He has a cell. It's 612-489-2134.
Okay. Who's next?
That's all I can think of right now.
Okay. So the next benefit that they have set up for you is a child safe kit. It's designed to help protect your children, so I'll let the video explain better. So our goal as a company is to get these kits out to every family with children. And obviously we need your help with that. So who do you know who has kids?
I have one friend,
Okay, what's her name?
Julianne
And last name?
Torgrim.
Okay. Then they always just have us ask, does she have a spouse? Because he'll receive these benefits as well.
No.
Okay. And what city is Julian?
Webster.
And phone number to reach her at.
507-645-4777.
And how many child safe kits does she need?
Just one.
So, do you by chance happen to know her address offhand?
No, I don't. She just lives in town.
Okay. Okay, great. So the next benefit they have set up for you is a health services discount card, and it covers everyone in the household. And I'll let the video go into detail about how that works. So this is your health services discount brochure. You're set up with the basic program through the union. They want you to know that it's not insurance. It works on top of any insurance that you already have. There's a 1-800 number up here if you have any questions. Website down here too as well. So it's up 60% off eye care plans, and there's hearing plans, prescription plans, and chiropractic plans. Each page goes into detail a little bit about each plan. What you have to do to get it is just fill out this black part and pop it in the mail. If you're interested in the Gold program, you can take a look at that after I leave today. But for the first year, it's $24.95, and any other year after that, it's $49.95. And again, it covers the whole household. And you get a dental plan, vitamin, nutritional supplements, travel assistance, and 24-hour nurse helpline. So like I said, you can look into it after I leave, but just fill out that part and then slip in and check if that's what you're interested in. So I'll keep this in your folder as well.
Thank you.
And so obviously these are really important too, and you have the same opportunity to sponsor anyone else to receive the discount card. Who would you like to sponsor first for this?
Denise.
Denise. And last one?
Bison.
And does she live in Webster?
No, she lives in Shakopee.
Okay. And a telephone number.
612-859-6204.
And then do you know her address by any chance?
6302 Shakopee Place.
And like they always have us ask, does she have any children or significant others?
No.
Okay. All right. So I just want to make sure, Jaquie, that you give these people a call and let them know that I'm going to be calling them, because it's pretty important. It'd be kind of weird the other way around. So be the same thing just like I'm doing with you. In fact, do you text?
I do.
Okay, I can just, I'll send you a text message that you can send to them, make it a little easier so you don't have to make so many phone calls. And then we leave you with this sheet that explains all the benefits, and I've written down everyone that you sponsored today. So it explains all the benefits in detail.
Nice.
So you can let them know what you did for them. So, I mean, going back, Jaquie, you haven't been that involved lately, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So just back up again and fill you in on what's been going on. Your union asks us to read this letter to all of its members. Dear Local 1865 members and retirees, the insurance programs being offered to you today are made available on a voluntary basis, blah, blah, blah. There are several benefits available. Please take a few minutes to listen to the AIL representative who's visiting you today. If they can help you with your needs in this area, please take advantage today. If not, we'd like your feedback, so please take a minute to complete the officer report card. This information helps us serve you more effectively. In solidarity, the Executive Board. So basically, Jaquie, this is the way it works, is if I go through these benefits that the Carpenters Union has set up for you, and you're nodding your head, thinking I can see why this is set up and why all the members are excited and pretty much everyone's doing it, then they actually ask that you try and qualify while I'm out here today. But if on the other hand, if once I go through these, you're saying they're really great, but they just don't fill a need for me or my family right now, then they actually ask that you do not try and qualify. Either way, yes or no, I do need that decision, or that decision does need to be made today during your service period, in fairness to all of the other members that are waiting to enroll. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay. The good thing about these benefits, though, is that they're really pretty much a no-brainer. You'll know at the end whether it's something that will fill a need for you or not. So that makes sense, Jaquie?
Yeah.
Are we on the same page?
Yeah.
Okay. But still, either way, the Carpenters Union still values your opinion on this officer report form. That goes directly back to them. That's fair?
That sounds good.
So, and basically, it's like my report card that just goes back to them, saying that I was out here and did my job for you. So as I go through the benefits, Jaquie, just stop me and let me know if you have any questions, okay?
Sure thing.
Okay. So now that it's 2014, most people really do have life insurance. However, they found out that most people don't know what they want or how it works. So this video is going to go into detail about the different types of insurance and also when you should have the different types as well, because each member who sends back one of those beneficiary cards is seen separately because everyone has a different need and a different want. So the person I just saw um, may have a different want or need than you or the person I'm going to see right after you. So like I said, this video is going to explain in detail, but in simple words, the need for these benefits. Okay. Do you see how important it is to have permanent protection for you and your family?
Oh, I do, yes.
Okay. Do you understand now the difference between whole life and term insurance?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. So the fourth no-cost benefit is a needs analysis, and what I really like about this is it's an expert simulator, and it takes into account your current situation and determines if you have any gaps in your coverage. If there's just a few gaps, it's just going to recommend a few things. If there's no gaps, it's not going to recommend anything. And now, before I do get into that, they just want us to remind you that just because you are a member doesn't mean that you automatically get to enroll. You still do have to qualify. So I just have a few medical questions to ask you. Are you insulin diabetic?
Nope,
Okay.
Since
Any major health concerns or problems?
none.
Depression, anxiety, anything like that?
Nope,
Okay. Are you currently on any medications?
absolutely none.
Okay. So let me just verify your birthday again, please.
7/21/63.
Okay. And how old? How old was your daughter again?
13.
Okay.
Had her later in life.
We're preparing. What was her name again?
Rose.
Same last name?
Yeah.
And her birthday?
Oh, Lord, you got me. I honestly, let me think. It's May 28th, 2001.
2001. Okay. All right. And then they always have us ask you bank locally.
Yes.
And then are you a tobacco user?
Yes.
Okay. No heart attack, stroke, anything like that?
None.
Okay. Do you have any insurance outside of work?
No, just a policy through work, and I know that ends when I leave work.
Okay. And then what is your monthly take-home pay?
About 3,500.
How much is your policy through work?
It's 100,000.
And do you rent or own your house right now?
I own
What is your remaining mortgage balance?
75,000 about there.
Your interest rate?
4.25.
And how many years do you have left on that?
15.
Do you have insurance to pay off your mortgage in case of death?
No.
Okay. And then how much do you have saved for Rose's college education?
Absolutely nothing.
Okay. She's gonna go, right?
I would hope so. Can't make it in this world without a college education anymore.
So while the computer is taking a minute to process, they always have me ask you if you were to set aside $3 for every 100 that you take home each week to protect your family, would that drastically change your lifestyle or take food off the table?
No.
Yeah, probably not, right? So what they're gonna show you, most people like, and they're not gonna show you something that you like and just can't afford. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Okay. All right. Well, let's examine your need for final expense protection.
the thought of dying
Okay, so what it's saying for you is because you don't have any existing coverage outside of work, it's recommending the 30,000, like the video went into detail about. And so so this is the freedom of choice form that you take that your beneficiary would take down any funeral home in North America of your choice, or that you set up, or however you want to do it. Between and after that, everything's taken care of between the funeral home and American Income. So let me ask you. I mean, it's finally nice to have that taken care of.
Oh
right?
my gosh, yes. To
Yeah.
know that my daughter wouldn't have to go through all those details. I remember what it was like when my mom died. It was horrible.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to have to think about that. Okay, so now let's take a look at your need for mortgage protection since you still have a little bit left on your house.
Purchase.
Okay, so what it's saying, because you have $75,000 left, it's recommending the full $75,000. So, I mean, if it probably makes sense and feels pretty good to have that taken care of too. If anything were to happen, your house would be covered and your daughter wouldn't have to worry about that, right?
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Okay. I mean, it probably goes without saying how important that is. So the next thing is we're gonna take a look at your need to protect your child's education.
Is
I mean, so obviously your your child's education is important to you, right, Jaqueline?
Yeah, it is.
So what they have set up is $100,000. That if anything were to happen, Rose could take that and she could go and get her degree in whatever she wanted to. So it's pretty important, right?
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah. So Jaqueline, just to recap, we have your final expenses taken care of, and your mortgage is protected. And Rose's education is assured as well. And then there's also a $10,000 benefit that she can convert to $50,000 when she turns 21. So now, probably the most important question that I need to ask you is when something does happen to you, say, a bad car wreck, there's going to be a little over $200,000 here. Where would you want that? Who do you want the money to go to?
Well, my daughter, of course.
Okay. So if it all makes sense, starting as of today, you've taken an important step needing to be properly covered because this plan is intended to help you fulfill your current needs and to make sure that those needs are protected. They've given you two options to choose from. Option one covers all the benefits and has full inflation protection built in for your final expenses down the road. Or option two, which covers all of your needs, which is a smaller inflation protection built in. Which one works best for you?
Not the first option.
Okay.
Um, it's a lot of money to spend. I know that I need stuff, but that's a lot of money to commit to, and I don't think I'd be able to afford that every month.
Yeah. Okay, not a problem. I'm really glad that you told me that because I can actually get in trouble for enrolling you in benefits that weren't comfortable for you. So let me just see what I can do here, okay? Okay, wow. So we still have your final expenses protected. Your mortgage is protected, and Rose still has that college education assured. So you've got to be feeling better about that amount, right?
That's still way over what I can budget for the month. There'd be no way I'd be able to sustain that. I'd probably make it a couple months and then I'd have to drop everything, and that doesn't do me any good.
Okay, not a problem. Again, I'm really glad that you told me. The company wants to make sure of two things. One is that you know that you feel you do need this, you need this, right?
Yes.
Okay. And two is that we want to make sure that we have a program that's comfortable for you. So let me just see what else I can do here for you. Okay. Great. So again, we do have your final expenses covered as of today, and we have your mortgage taken care of, and Rose still has her college education assured as well. So you have to be feeling better about this number, right?
It's still too much.
Okay. Again, you, glad you told me. And obviously, you do know that this is a necessity for your life, right?
Yeah, I know I have to have it, but I can't afford that.
Okay, so Jaquit, let me just ask you one question. If something were to happen to you unexpectedly, which one of these obligations would you like to have taken care of to protect your family?
The life insurance for the final expenses.
Okay, so let me just take a look and see what I can do here for you. Okay, so this is what they came up for. You have to be feeling better about this number, right?
That's a lot more affordable. I can do that.
Okay, so again, I'm not the underwriting team, so we're gonna go through and I'm gonna have some medical questions to ask you to see if you can qualify, and then we'll finish your application, okay?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. Shut the computer off.